Hello, welcome back. So now we'll be heading over to what IFRS 9 covers, and we'll be looking at the major aspect of IFRS 9 in terms of what the standard offers as a remedy to the defects of IS 39. Okay, so basically, before we start, we'll be taking a pause and going through this. I want you to read this, consider it with respect to what we discussed earlier in the previous section, where we talked about the bank failures and the losses as a result of the global meltdown. So basically, this is a recent one. It's about Silicon Valley Bank. You may have heard about it, you may not. And so what I've done is to include some links to for you to actually read through for this Silicon Valley Bank issue. I mean, it's a very important issue as well that centers around financial instruments. Okay, so let's look at the constituents of IFRS 9. What are the major items that are involved when it comes to IFRS 9? So an overview of IFRS 9, basically there are three aspects to it. The first one is the classification. So classification basically talks about how to address the issue of financial instruments in terms of how to classify them. Classification in terms of should they be under amortized cost, should they be under fair value through profit or loss or fair value through OCI. All these terms we will be explaining them with detailed examples in subsequent videos. So the first aspect, which is the major aspect of IFRS 9, is the classification. We'll also be looking at the comparison shortly between IFRS 9 and IS 39. The next one after classification is impairment. Impairment allowance, we mentioned in the previous video that in terms of IS 39, it used to be an incurred loss model, meaning that businesses, individuals, they wait until something happens before they book a provision. But IFRS 9 talks about what? The expected credit loss, meaning that IFRS 9 is forward looking. And IFRS 9 also introduced three models. Before, under IS 39, there was really no specific model that helps to account for impairment allowances under financial instrument. So IFRS 9 introduced three models as well. And now the next one is edge accounting. Edge accounting becomes more clarified under IFRS 9 and talks about how companies are supposed to actually manage their risk in that regards.